Hey, so I believe this video is supposed to be for cultural humility. You know how I feel about this assignment. Anyway, I couldn't, I didn't see like whatever I had submitted last time, the video or whatever it is in the universe. So here we are. So I believe the prompt is asking for us to talk about a situation where we saw it taking place or not. So I'm going to talk about the or not because that has been the experience that I've had. So there was a client at a birth center that I was apprenticing at in like the fall of 22. And it was a Black couple. The mom was mixed. I think she was Black and white or Black and Hispanic or something. um, and you know, they smoked weed. So whatever. Um, and they came in for an appointment, and my preceptor at the time had commented to them like if they smelled like weed, and I think specifically her partner, because I think it was just the assumption that she wasn't smoking because she was pregnant. But when they came into the birth center, it was like, you know, like we knew what was up. So whatever. Whether or not she was participating was never necessarily clear, but I mean, if he's smoking weed in the car on the way to the appointment, you know, there's contact high and, you know, whatever. So she might not have been participating directly, but definitely indirectly. Um, anyway, so they had come for an appointment and I'm so neurodivergent. It's like hilarious. My brain's on 8 million things right now. And you know, my preceptor at the time had told her partner, like, if you come in here smelling like weed, you won't be able to participate in the birth. The thing here is that on multiple, like, you can't like not smoke weed for a day and then not smell like weed. Like, weed will linger in your clothing and whatever, kind of similar to cigarette smoke. I think weed I'm so sorry, I'm getting over like bronchitis and some other breathing issues I had. Weed kind of, it comes out easier than cigarette smoke does, but there's still, you gotta get out, baby, I'm recording a video. There's still the weight of the odor that kind of will sit in the clothes. So yeah, I was really upset and just offended, right? Because we also are fully aware of the fact that usually, more often than not, Black people, and I don't know where the article is that is attached to this, but Black people are often more inclined to be tested in the hospital, especially unbeknownst to them, being tested for some sort of medical, not medical, what's the word? Extracurricular impairment. But white people are not. So the prejudice and the implicit bias that was in place in her conversation of saying that, like, if if anything, if you're even going to present that as an option, first of all, my whole thing is like, do your research. And are we even seeing that the use of marijuana is causing harm to pregnant people? What is the research that's around that? I did a whole presentation about smoking and breast milk, and it was like, if you're gonna smoke weed, just be mindful, right? Like, don't do it around the baby. Like, it's the same with alcohol. Like, there's so much research now that says don't pump and dump. So that same concept of, okay, when we're looking at alcohol and when you're having a drink and how like the blood alcohol volume and how much of that is emitted through breast milk and how much your breast milk actually even receives, same thing with marijuana. The effects of that are extremely low. And how many people in the universe smoke weed, right? So to even sit here and assume that doing this is causing some sort of harm or whatever your own personal beliefs around that are, is like, You know what I'm saying? So, but the midwife be over, she chugged back a bottle of tequila. So we gonna sit here and tell this man that he can't be present for his child's birth because he rolled up a tree. Like I don't understand. And so I was offended, obviously, for multiple reasons. And I think that, as black people, we already have 811 things that we got going on. And here you go adding some other stupid shit to the situation because you got your own biases about what we do in our free time. Like, not every black person smokes weed. And even more than that, statistically speaking, from what I can remember, white people are the main ones struggling with uh drug abuse and usage and overdose and addiction and things of that sort. Like it ain't even us. Like, so I don't even know. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the doctor and they've been like scared to give me some sort of narcotic because they're like, well, you could get addicted to it. I'm sitting here taking this medication and the shit ain't even working for whatever symptoms it is that I had, to the point that like I just stopped taking it because it was pointless. You're giving me something that's putting me to sleep. It's not making the pain go away. Like, I'm still in pain, but I guess because I'm sleeping, and I'm not, and I don't know. I'm not the kind of person to get addicted to stuff. So anyway, um, yeah, so this is, again, why I'm here trying to become a midwife. And I don't think I like that this assignment is called cultural humility. Might need to consider changing that to something else. But I'm sorry, so I don't know how long this video is supposed to be, but I think that there needs to be more education and awareness around the stigma of racism, just for people in general, especially black people, but also diving into research around marijuana and pregnancy, marijuana and breastfeeding, marijuana and maternal health care, whatever the case may be. Like, some people have had to smoke weed in postpartum because that's the only thing that helps them survive, like when they're battling mental health issues, right? Like, for some people, it helps them with their anxiety or whatever. Like, we can't sit here and judge people because of whatever they're doing in their free time, because at the end of the day, she gonna have this baby, she gonna go home, and she probably gonna roll one up with the homies and mind her business without you even being present. So the baby's still gonna be exposed to their marijuana whether you want them to or not. We don't have control over these people's lives and what they do in their free time, and at the end of the day, that ain't my business. As long as you are not, I'm recording a video, get out, I'm almost done. Nope, nope, no, 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 no. As long as you are not causing harm to yourself or your partner or your baby, mind your business. But that's my soapbox, and you know